first of all, congratulations on this project. Yule log was amazing. I really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
watching this. Let's talk a little bit about the pace of this movie because it starts off kind of slow, but then
Yes.
chaos happens. What was the inspiration behind that?
Um, I guess it was trying to explore the the idea of a Yule log is the camera doesn't move. So I wanted to try to use that idea as long as I could. And then when I was worried the audience would start to stray, then start moving that camera around. So that was the idea, yes. And but I was very fearful that if it was going to work or not, and is it too slow and so forth. So
Mhm.
I'm glad you liked it, but I was still nervous about it. So yes,
Mhm.
I'm glad to hear it worked.
It definitely works. It helps bring that tension, and you have no idea what's going on for a little bit, which is amazing. I think horror movies need to do more of that. Um, what horror movies did you watch in order to, I guess, create that sort of tension and bring that sort of suspense? Because there's not many horror movies that do this.
Oh, well, thank you. I think it's hard to talk about influences. Because I don't know if I think about it when I'm writing, but I'm sure I've been saying that it's like you absorb all this stuff and it gets ground up into soil, and then the plant grows and it has influences, but it's hard to see. But I got to think, obviously David Lynch, Twin Peaks is an influence, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Cabin in the Woods and so on. But it's such a great and Jordan Peele's work. But there's so many. It's such a great genre for
Mhm.
trying things.
Mhm. Definitely is. And your cast is amazing. What was the casting process like for this?
Well, it was pretty much all local casting. Here in Georgia, I think we've got a really good acting pool here, and some people I had worked with before, like Charles Green, who's the man in the fire, was on a show I did called Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, where he played like a very meek member of a cult, and then he came in with this audition, and I'm like, wow, he is terrifying to me. So I was thrilled with the casting, and yeah, I'm glad you appreciated it too. I was so happy.
Yeah, and then we're having so many holiday horror movies coming out. You have people taking on a different view on Santa, on elves. The Yule log. What is it about the Yule log that really captured your attention?
um, I get, it's like it's something you look at and feel cozy and safe. So what better thing to what better springboard to scare someone at this very safe, cozy image?
Definitely, and the movie starts with what seems to be like a very comfortable, relaxed getaway. And then you have the villains come in. The villains are very unique. What kind of work did you do with them in order to get this? I can't even explain it. They're just very menacing to me and very unique.
Oh, thank you. Um, I don't know. I just kind of wrote about things that scared me and also kind of scary things about myself in a way.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I know that's kind of a cop out answer. But I just dug into the unconscious of what scares me a little bit, I guess.
And how difficult was it to get your actors to get to this point? Because they all knocked it out of the ballpark. They all very much, portrayed a character very uniquely, very authentic, I believe.
Thank you. I really they were really great before they even came to me. Like they had done a lot of work. And like some of them are method actors. Like the person that played Mother is English, and she stayed in character the whole time, even when we weren't shooting. And so, and then Justin Miles, who plays Alex, we cast some of these people like 3 days before we were shooting, and he got everyone together to rehearse to help them prepare. So because it was a very compressed schedule, because we started shooting maybe 6 months ago and to air in a week. So they hit the ground running.
And for you, what was your favorite part about directing this and getting this made?
I definitely, so much of it, it's such a ups and downs thing, and it's so stressful, but definitely I think I love writing something when it's just, you just wrote it and you're like, this is so weird. Should I cut this out, or should I have it or not? And then cut to later where it becomes a real thing, where this weird idea you had, someone has built the sets and they've done the costumes, and you're getting to see it in real life is really thrilling. It's so thrilling. So I love that. I like this thing that's like, this is a dumb idea I had, and now it's a real thing that I'm looking at. And all these people are working on it. It feels so good. Anyway.
Definitely. Is there a scene that you're looking forward to seeing how an audience will react to it? Is there something, that is there a special point in this Yule log that you're just looking forward to?
I think there's a few, but I would ask you that. Is there a scene that you saw that you're like, oh, okay, like I'm buying into this? Or
I think that right at the beginning, when the villains are introduced, I think that's what I'm most looking forward to, because it goes crazy very quickly.
Well, good. I'm glad I got you early.
Yeah. Well, anyways, congratulations on this. It is an amazing watch. I can't wait to see how people react to this.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you with you.